generate revenue. And
Hey, welcome to another live stream from Ramon Ray. If you're watching this after the fact it's live, thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about Ramon is not everywhere, but you think he is, and other things we're going to talk about your tips, your insight strategies for today. I'm here to help you grow your business, and you can check me out at Celebrity CEO or RamonRay.com. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to go live in 2 minutes right now. Let's share Clubhouse.
So we created a Passionate
hearing
CEO
from
program where
Alexa
you can come in,
Tonya
you can learn from
Tanya,
us, you can
and Alexa
jump
and
on
Tanya
Zooms
today
with
about
us.
how to
We
grow
have
and
an
scale your
entire
business
course. We
leads
give you
and
our
more.
sales funnels.
So
We have
get
3
ready. I'll
funnels
be
that have
live
won, and
shortly.
we just actually,
Thank
by
you
the
for
way,
joining
won our
me
4th
today.
2 Comma ClickFunnels award. So we just got noticed, which is pretty fun. So you get all 3 of the funnels that we won 2 Comma ClickFunnels award. For those that don't know, it means you did $1 million in a single funnel. You get all our email sequences.
That is a big deal. A big deal.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. We worked really hard for it.
So
So you get our email sequences. We have lead magnet templates. I mean, basically, we give you everything you need to run a business in this program, including coaching. You get access to us in Slack. You can ask us questions
All right.
at
Hey,
any
good morning,
time,
good morning, good morning.
etc.
I
I could keep going on and on. It's almost like a stupid offer because it's so inexpensive. And for anyone that's going to 6 figures, this is great. We also do have a program called Think Millions as well. That is for people scaling to 7 figures as well. So you're welcome to DM me
and have some
Millions if you're interested in that program. So I just wanted to make sure. I don't really talk about our programs a lot on here, but I just wanted to make sure for anybody trying to build skills, this is a great program for you.
So get ready to start short.
That's what we got, and I appreciate everybody that's on, and I'm not 100% sure who I'm passing it to.
Hey, Alexa and Tanya, this is Ramon Ray. You're passing it to me. I'm filling in for.
I'm passing to you. That's like the best person in the world to pass to.
Aw. And Alexa, you and I had an amazing chat where you guided me. I mean, look at that. You're dealing with your child, dealing with getting ready to go on Clubhouse, and you were coaching Ramon in a WhatsApp. Like what? We spent 40,000 messages back and forth, Alexa, just now, something like that?
Yeah. I always, I find it's like when I see the opportunity to coach, even when I'm not asked, I do anyway. It's just in my natural. You know what it is? It's funny because Tanya and Deb will tell you, like, once you build one offer and then you sell that offer, like it just becomes very natural to see what can and cannot work, you know? So that was fun this morning. I love that combo.
It was indeed, and I appreciate it. Tanya, how are you? How are you doing? How's your day going so far?
Going amazing, Ramon. I just love your energy. Every time we're on here, I'm like, God, Ramon has so much energy in the morning.
The best energy.
I want to know what he has for breakfast. Like, I just want.
Today I had a slice of banana bread and some Cafe Bustelo. But hey, listen.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Energy attracts energy. You guys talk about driving leads and building brands and billion-dollar brands. So I'm all for it. So thank you, Tanya.
Love it.
And Alexa, one more time, shout out your, I think they put in the chat, but shout out your program again and what you're working on one more time.
I'll throw it in the chat for anybody that's interested.
Great.
And thank you.
You're welcome.
If anybody has questions, feel free to reach out.
Yes. And to the amazing team, Marilyn, just put an M on that code. CelebrityCEO.com would be grateful. Thank you so much. CelebrityCEO.com is that link. So, hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Champions. I am streaming live across multiple platforms on Celebrity CEO, on Zone of Genius, on Ramon Ray, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. And I'm glad you're taking the time to join me today, whether you're hearing my voice on Clubhouse or you're hearing the sound of my voice on one of the pages, one of the platforms that I'm live streaming on. It's great to have you all here. This is Breakfast with Champions. We're all about motivation, education, inspiration to help you live your best life or grow your business. And I'm glad you're here today. I'm going to do a quick experiment. I'm going to see, before I begin my segment, who wants to chime in today and just come off mic and tell me how you're feeling this I think it's Wednesday, the 8th of February. How are things in your world? Do go off mic real quick and tell me, how are you doing? How things are going? What's going on?
Ramon, hello. It's Dr. Tangi. I am feeling exuberant, passionate, and charged this morning.
I love it. Dr. Tangi, why are you doing that with your book out and all the things you're doing, the vegan life and healthy life? Tell us why.
I'm doing it so I can inspire others to feel just as electric and charged as I do from the time you get up in the morning till your body says now it's time to lay it down and rest and digest and recharge. That is why I do what I do, Ramon, so people can rock their purpose with vitality.
I love it. And you definitely live that for sure. All right, who wants to unmic? 2 more people. Unmic. Say how you're doing right now. You may not be feeling so well, so we don't know what's going to happen, but unmic and then let me hear. How are you doing right now, if you don't mind, those of you on Clubhouse? How you doing? Unmic. Tell me.
I'm doing great, Ramon. This is Megan.
Megan DiMartino, why are you doing great, Megan? Tell me. I want to know.
I am doing great because I am so present in what I'm doing currently, building this Propel Your Business and Life activation program. It's a program that I've been working on for 30 years in building these businesses. And I started this about a year and a half ago, and then put it aside, Ramon, and I started the brick and mortar Novita Wellness Clinic. And so it's time to get it going again. So it's that focus, it's that knowingness, and that's what's really propelling me with happiness to help others.
I love it, Megan. And would you believe, Megan, my notes that I'm going to share in the next 3 minutes, the third word is the word focus. Amazing how God works. All right. One more on Mike. Just tell me literally, I want to hear your voice on the Clubhouse side. How are you doing? Tell me. I want to hear it. I'm waiting.
Kim Fair. I'm doing great.
Kim Fair. Tell me, Kim Fair, why are you doing great?
Well, I'm doing great because yesterday a couple days ago, I found out that I'm one of Barbara Majeski's ambassadors for her new 90-day challenge to take back your health. And so, yeah, I'm pumped.
I love it, Kim Fair. And I have a question, Kim Fair. Just curious, why is it only 90 days? Why not 900 days? Why not 400 days? I mean, why are y'all going so slacking? 90 days from Kim Fair and Barbara Majeski? I'm surprised. Why is that, says Ramon in jest?
I'm not sure why she's done it, but I did it her first 90 day last year, and it kickstarted me into taking back my health, moving more, drinking more water. And since I started doing that, I've lost over 30 pounds. Ooh. I've lost inflammation, like that's unreal. I've done 75 hard in phase 1 of that, and I couldn't have done it without starting. And I love it. Barbara's challenge started it.
And Kim, I'm going to tell you a secret. That was Ramon's way of just amplifying you and teasing you a bit. 90 days is amazing. I don't know if I can do 10. So
90. Right, it's been almost a year. And,
yes.
And if it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't started. So yeah, and I knew you.
I love it. Kim, congratulations on being an ambassador, part of Barbara Majeski's program. I was in her holiday challenge this past December, definitely for sure. So thank you for that. Listen, I'm glad people unmiked and said how they're doing. This is Ramon Ray. We're live here in the Breakfast with Champions community, motivation, education, inspiration, all day long, 8 hours a day of live content with 70 plus of the most amazing hosts in the planet. And we help you live your best life. People like Tara Murney talk about that. People like Megan DiMartino talk about things like that as I refresh here and see which hosts are on there. Haley talks about that as well, and others. Or we help you build your business. And to that point, Haley touches on business building as well. I do quite a bit. Araya does on podcasting, and Megan talks about that as well. So just looking at the stage here and those hosts who are active right now, we bring it all. So today I'm going to dive into a few things. I'm going to go here for the next 45 minutes or so, and then I'm going to turn over to my good friend, Christina Howard, who just coming off 2 weeks ago or so from her amazing youth summit, which was amazing. Many of our hosts went there, and it was an honor for me to pour into the youth gathered at her event. A few things I want to talk about today as we dive into together for the next 30 minutes. I stream also on a variety of platforms. I think we're streaming. One, what's inside my bag? I say that because Christina Howard asked me that. We did some things together, and she's like, by the way, Ramon, what does your kit consist of? Kit, as I referred to my bag. So I thought to tell 3 or 4 things I'm going to show in video, especially what's in my bag as a professional speaker who travels around the world. My backpack is pretty tight. I'm very focused. The things that are in there must be in there so I can grab them. So a few things I have that you may be interesting. And then number 2, we'll dive in today just for a few minutes, some inspirational talk, which I hope helps some of you, some things I'm going through, some things I'm building, and then this concept of 360 marketing. And I invite you to check out Celebrity CEO, which I'm evolving and building to help people build their personal brands. Part of the book that I started in 2019, I think it was, can't remember exactly. And I am bringing that back because people are demanding and asking for it. So first, what's in Ramon's bag? On the Clubhouse side, I'm curious, who thinks I have something on my desk? Who can guess one of the 4 things on my desk on the Clubhouse side? What do you think it may be? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm not going to tell you ahead of time what it is, but I'll wait a few seconds or on the LinkedIn chat. Curious, who can just guess? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 things right on my desk, and I'm going to show it. I have many things in my bag. Who wants to take a guess? You can unmute on the Clubhouse side or put in the chat what you think I'm going to show. And don't worry, because you'll be wrong whatever you say, but that's okay. Kim, nice guess. I didn't put that on my desk. I left that in my bag, but I definitely carry a notebook, digital and paper, in my bag everywhere I go. So you get half a point on that. Marketing iPhone. Okay, love it. Calendar. Tara says that. Okay. T Queen. Ironically, T Queen, but says coffee cup on LinkedIn. Tara Murray says calendar. Yeah, kind of, but I'm not going to show it. Tara, I have that on my phone. Water bottle. I do have a water bottle, Kim, which I'll show on the video here on my desk, and I do carry one, but that's not one of the items. You all are pretty good. You're pretty accurate. So I'll just show you a few things that I carry, which you may be interesting for you to carry as well. One, I'm sure will be a little, hey, Danette, will be a slightly new, as it were, for you all. And one, I'm sure all of you have. But here's a few things in my bag I just wanted to pull out and show you what I carry as a professional speaker around the world. So one thing I do carry that I'm not going to show here is a HDMI cable. So I have an HDMI cable. I have a variety of plugs. Part of the plugs I got inspired from Dora Marie. I have iPhone and Android and USB-C and FireWire and et cetera, all kind of plugs and connections. And I have this little doohickey that those of you watching on video will see first. So I have this. I want to intentionally make the Clubhouse side jealous because they can't see it yet. Or I'm not talking about it yet, but this is a multi-prong connector. So when you go to Starbucks or you go to the airport and there's that only one plug, which that guy who's been plugged in for the last 8 hours watching Netflix is on, and there's no more plugs, I can kindly go to him and say, excuse me, can I unplug your phone, plug it into my multi-prong plug so I can plug in my other device with you and plug my multi-prong into the wall? Now we have a total of 4 plugs. So that's one thing I carry around. Haven't used it a lot, but it's come in handy at times when I've been at events. And then I've wished there was an extra plug I could use. I'm the guy who often saves the day because I can give life not just to myself, but I can give power to others. So a plug is important. Another thing here is a new clicker. I've gone through many clickers. Yes, Danette, you should get one. So this is a clicker I had. And part of the reason that I got this new clicker, I had one that was a bit thinner, much more expensive, had a clock on it, etc. But I like this clicker because it's bigger, it's fatter, and I can feel the buttons a lot easier when I'm live on stage. I found the other one, the thinner one I have. Now, dear secret person who's listening, you know why I got it anyhow. This has bigger buttons, so I can feel left, right, up, down a little faster as I'm doing presentations. But I often carry my own clicker with me to the events that I go to. So that's that. And I carry a nice umbrella. This is a high-end, I thought it was kind of an expensive umbrella. Carry that everywhere I go. Last thing I'll share with you as we're going through Ramon's bag is definitely a supply of business cards. I carry a supply in my wallet, about 4 or 5, and then I carry a supply of business cards in my wallet. And here's what Ramon Ray's business cards look like. All different pictures. Why do I have it of me? Because I am the brand. I am the brand. That's a few things that I carry in my bag. Let me look at the Clubhouse chat. Pod Track 4, yeah, I don't quite carry that with me. Microphone, sometimes I can, but I like it. We're giving other people advice of what we could typically carry in our bags. Multi-prong plug, Monica Ricky does as well. Love it, love it, love it. So let's move forward. So that's what I carry in my bag. I'm glad that was useful for some of you, giving you some ideas. And I have my bag here, unlike I'm sure bag many of you all have as well. Nice little bag here that I have. So number 2 of what I wanted to share today, I'm going to be a bit open with my journey of what I'm going through. I'm not saying it's the best method because many of our hosts are very focused people, ballers who are building some amazing things. Now, let me backtrack and just pat myself a little bit on the back. I started 5 businesses. I've sold 3 of them. I started the blog smallbiztechnology.com in 1999, and I sold that in 2019. Then I started the blog smarthustle.com. I believe it was in 2015, I want to say 15. Yeah, 15, 7 years ago. I think it would have been 17. And I sold that last year to Zen Business. My second business I sold, smarthustle.com. In 2005 or 2006, give or take, I started the Small Business Summit, an event company, and I sold that several years later. Me and my partner, Marion Banker, sold that business together to another blogging event company. So I've done this 3 times in a row. So I know about content production, blogging and websites and blogs and WordPress and SEO and putting writing teams together and etc. I've done it several times. And of course, now many of you are watching and seeing the journey that we are on together of me building and growing. It was handed off to me by Glenn Lundy, working with this amazing team here and our hosts and mods together. BWCdaily.com, kind of a flagship content site to harness what we're doing. I also have zoneofgenius.com. And then recently I'm launching this brand, Celebrity CEO. Here's what I'm getting at. Focus is nice. And I'm going to have the mics unmuted in a minute on the Clubhouse side because I'd like your input. But I realize I'm not focused to a degree. And I'm exploring and wondering, is that dangerous? Those of you watching this on LinkedIn, those of you watching on Facebook, those of you seeing it on Twitter, feel free to comment. Not that I'm going to comment on see it now, but I'd love to review this in a bit when I get ready to get on the train in a bit, going to an event I'm going to for a big event in Manhattan. I want to see what you think about what Ramon's saying. So in some degrees, I wish I was more focused. And I'm sure if I talk to a mind person, Larissa, or others who do this, maybe Tara does these kind of things too, or others who kind of do that mental individual coaching, maybe I'd be better off. Maybe I'd be fine. Maybe I'd be more farther ahead than I want to be. But when I think of that, you know how blessed I am that my wife made the decision, she wanted to stay home and homeschool our children. We have a one-income family. That I've started several companies and sold them, that me and her traveled around the world together to India and Aruba and other places together, speaking on stages. I spoke on stages and she got to be in cool hotel rooms. Our kids have flown on planes and been in amazing hotels around the world since they were young. I'm happy the life I've lived. Happy. Is that because Ramon's unfocused? Probably. But I wonder, could I have been in a different place if I was more focused? So that's something that I'm going through now, as it were, struggling with. I wouldn't say struggling in a hard way, but I question, that. So that's the journey I'm on right now, if that's helpful for you as you're thinking. And I find myself doing a few things. And those who kind of work with me behind the scenes and are working on some things with me, Christina Howard's been privy to some of this over time, and some others on stage and others off stage, is I'm constantly tweaking, never twerking. I'm one of the few Black guys who can't dance, and I have rhythm, but I can't dance. So you'll never see me twerking, but you'll always see me tweaking and honing. Is it good or bad? I don't know. I can tell you the work I've done in the past and to date, the success that I've been blessed to have, yes. But I have indeed been in a constant journey of tweaking and refining. A constant journey of innovating. As I shared before, I'll call out some things I'm doing as well. I hope this session is helpful for you. I hope it is. I recently invested $20,000 in a program that Lamar Tyler does called Traffic, Sales, and Profit. $20,000 for me is a lot of money. Some people here talk about, oh, I invested $100,000. Well, that's not me. Invested $20,000 in Lamar Tyler's Traffic, Sales, and Profit Summit, a program for building leads and sales and growing in masterminds and coaching programs. And I invest in Kim Walsh-Phillips. Here, many of you are in Kim Walsh-Phillips programs. She has a lot of courses. She nailed this nice thing. Look at that baller thing she sent. That's Kim Walsh-Phillips for those who don't know, right? She lives her brand. I mean, such engagement she had at her events. Wow. She takes online events to the next level. And it's not accidental. Thank you, Danette, for saying you love this and it's helpful for you. I appreciate it. I wasn't sure if this would resonate with anybody, but I'm glad it's resonated at least with one person. So this is what the journey Ramon's constantly investing in it. What was interesting about this is I was at the Traffic Sales and Profit Summit. And there I saw Dr. Will Moreland. Many of you may not know that name, but he's a well-known gentleman in some circles. I saw Marshawn Evans was there and other ballers of the speaking and coaching industry. And what was interesting about investing in yourself is Scott Simons and Bill Hauser talk about this, and Glenn does as well. Investing in yourself, investing in coaching, getting to the next level, it's not just, quote unquote, for people who have a specific need or who are impoverished. It's for people who are already on the road of success and want to stay successful. So this is why I do it. I find there's two types of people I've seen over the years. The people who say, oh, I have a full-time job. I can't invest in this. Oh, I'm a single dad, single mom. I can't invest in this. And then those of us who say, because I'm a single dad, because I'm on government assistance, because I'm in this state, because I have a full-time job, I have no choice but to take it to the next level. Does anybody feel what I'm saying? Do it in the chat, on mic, dance on mute. I don't care. But do you feel what I'm saying?
We feel you.
100%.
Thank you. Wonderful. So this is the journey I'm on. And I'm going to tell you right now. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Dr. Tanji. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if it is perfect. I don't know if it's right. And I don't know if you've ever been there sometimes. I struggle with looking at other people. I'm telling you. Dr. Tanji is here in the room with us, and she has a show at TM. I'm the one who guided and said, let's consider doing more shows. That's my ultimate vision. A side note, I would love to see us doing more high-end shows on BWC. I know what I want, but how to get it and work with people, that I have to figure through that. But my vision is we can have some baller shows bringing high engagement, high information on each and every show we deliver. That's what my vision is. So thankfully, Dr. Tanji and TM said, Ramon, we'll play ball with you. We've worked together in the back end, did some coaching, and TM and Tanji worked together. And Dr. Tanji can tell you this herself. I know it's true. And when I hear their show, I'm like, dang, I wish I could be like Dr. Tanji. I'm like, dang, maybe I should be a leadership guy like TM. Those things go through my mind. So I don't know if you've looked at other people and been like, wow, maybe I should do that. Maybe, and you kind of lose your distraction. I go through that too. And you're talking to a guy who started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books, and been blessed to do some amazing things. Interviewed President Obama, been with Damon John, Simon Sinek, Seth Godin, and more. I can go on. Dave Ramsey and more. And I have so much more. My February's filled up. I'll be at GrowthCon in Las Vegas. I'll be in Orlando speaking at an event. I'll be all over the place. Going to St. Martin's at a big conference in Caribbean. But I go through the same sufferings, the same things that you hear our hosts talking about on stage and those who are live on stage right now, especially on the BWC side, right? As I refresh it, Dora talks about this, Christina talks about this, Haley's coming up next, Tara talked about this, Megan, and you, those who are in our audience listening, thank you for being here. Ramona, we hear your voice often. Ramona, love your stages. Arpit, haven't heard you in a while. Janice, hear you. Miss Bermuda, Tarika's here, and Jenny and others, and Robert. Those of you, Jackie's here, right? Dale, what's up? So my point being is that same stuff that maybe some of y'all going through, I go through it too. The squirrel, that's right, I go through it too. So I'm in a journey of constantly tweaking, constantly innovating, constantly optimizing. Maybe I should stop, but I will confess one thing to you. I will tell you one thing. I have a disease. This is me. This is me. And I don't know quite if I'll ever stop. But one thing that I like to think that helps me with this is as I experiment with the system and get it built, then I find people to help me execute and leverage it. That's been my saving grace. That's been my saving grace of doing this. So one more thing I want to talk about is the aspect of 360 marketing. I'm going to shift gears here a bit. Shift gears a bit. Thank you, Jeanette, for being an active LinkedIn user. Thank you, Dale Elizabeth. Thank you, Dale Elizabeth. I'm glad it was helpful. Thank you. Thank you, Megan DiMartino. Thank you, Strategy Lady. I'm glad this is useful for somebody. This is me, says Facebook user. And those who are on Facebook, if you ever want me to see your comments, a tweak, I'm streaming on StreamYard. So if you go to StreamYard.com, Facebook can do it for the next session. It authenticates you. Then people can see your name. Those of you on Facebook as well. So let me move to another section here as I get ready to talk here about 360 marketing. And this is kind of the rubric that I talk about often with Celebrity CEO. I encourage you to go to celebritysceo.com, sign up for the blueprint. That may be imperfect how we're sending it, but we're moving forward. Many of you have heard of BWC Prime. We meet every single week, and we go through a lot of these principles as well. I'm throwing quite a bit at you. I know it. It's okay. It's okay. But Celebrity CEO is the point I'm on today. So this aspect of 360 marketing, and it's part of the principles I talk about in my book, Celebrity CEO. You can just go on Amazon, search my name, Ramon Ray, Celebrity CEO, get the book, $19, $14, whatever the investment may be, it's minimal. And or check out what we're doing at celebrityceo.com. I have a workshop coming up that you can go to celebrityceo.com/workshops and see my next workshop, where my goal is to train people in the Celebrity CEO blueprint. So here's the thing about 360 marketing. Then I'm going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes or so, and I'll ask Christina to join me here and carry on the rest. I'm going to hop on the train soon. People often say, Ramon is everywhere. That's a lie. I say that jokingly. I was on my call yesterday with two people, one of my workshops for Celebrity CEO, and they said, Ramon, we see you everywhere. We saw you on the SCORE workshop. We see you on this. We see you on video. We see you on our social. I'm on your email newsletter. So to them, I'm everywhere. Here's what I want to share with you today, how if you choose to take this mission, how you can have people say that about you as well. I'm literally not everywhere. The sharks on Shark Tank have much more visibility than me. They have a show every Friday, right, that reaches millions. I don't have that. Many of you may have followings much bigger than I do, much bigger than I do. Haley Hobbs, I think, has a huge zillions of people follow her. I got a tiny following compared to all that. But here's why people say that. Here's the principle. I'm very dialed in to the smallest of small business owners. I'm very dialed in to business coaches, business consultants, and speakers and authors. Very dialed in. So oftentimes, if you're a purpose-driven business owner, that's, hey, good morning. If you're Janice, if you're a purpose-driven business owner, that's in the circles of prosperity, in the circles of wealth building, in the circles of growing your business. You're on SCORE webinars. You're checking out ASBDC. You're seeing SBA. You use Zoho. You use these tools. You're probably going to see Ramon in one or more of these platforms if you get what I mean. Why? Because I'm there. I'll be speaking at many small business expos this year all over America. I'll be hosting and doing some things at the Zoho upcoming conference. Keep has invited me to do some things with them and more. I was on a call with Canva, and they said, Ramon, we may want to invite you to come to Australia, I think Australia, New Zealand, and speak to us. You feeling what I'm saying? So everybody has opportunity to do this, quote unquote, 360 marketing, which is the principle of Celebrity CEO, to build attention and build trust, which then earns the right that you can make a sale, earns the right. I'm not one of these people. Now, some days I think there are things, support me, support this, support that. Hey guys, I have a mission. I'm doing something. Could you support it? Whether you like it or not, just support it. There's room for that. Yes. But in most cases, I don't want your support. I want you to do an action selfishly because it benefits you. Do you feel what I'm saying? This is what I want. That's why I say get attention, get trust, and you earn the right to make a sale to solve a problem somebody has. And part of this is the aspect of personal branding. So here's a few things that I do, and then I'm going to end the live broadcast video, and we'll turn to see what the Clubhouse community thinks of this, who I can help and serve. You have questions about your business, get on stage. Tips you want to share, get ready. We're going to turn it back to the full Clubhouse side shortly. But one, I publish so much content on so many platforms that people always see me. The people who we're of like-heartedness, like-mindedness. You feel the audience I said before. I publish so much. But here's the rub. It's not just content. Not just Kamal's in the room. What's up, Kamal? It's not just content that I'm publishing, but it's good information. Not because I'm anything, but I'm not the person who does the dancing TikTok videos. There's room for that. We have hosts on stage who teach you that you can make money from social media. You can, have your hair out and blow it in the wind and then put shampoo on it and go viral. And the platforms will pay you for that. Great. That's just not my thing. Today, I'm not going to earn money because I'm, farting or something. This is not me, but you can do that. For me, I'm earning money because I'm serving other business owners who say, we need to build our personal brand. We need help. We want to follow the journey Ramon has done. So this goes back to the 360 marketing. So I produce and publish so much content that you can't help but not see Ramon. But it's not just so much content. It's hopefully good information to help you directly in your business. And guess what? Let me give you another thing. I don't mind people who want to unsubscribe, because one of 2 or 3 things is happening. They're either unsubscribing because they're getting me on other platforms. This happens to some of you, some of my hosts. If you see me unsubscribe from you, it's not because I don't want to get your stuff. Most likely I'm signing up to another email address. I have another email address that I prefer to get my newsletters in, not my main email, because I want to read my email newsletters at another time. So I don't mind the unsubscribes. And the unsubscribes are great, because that means the more people who unsubscribe, that means there's more people who are dialed in and want to hear from Ramon Ray. So what are some things I do? 9 pillars of this celebrity CEO framework that I talk about quite a bit. And again, you can listen to this whole thing on the workshops I'm giving. Go to celebrityseo.com and click on workshops or download the blueprint. Those of you who wish to join BWC Prime, check out bwcprime.com, where we roll together week by week by week and go through a lot of this coaching as well. So about every morning, I post a story on IG or Facebook. 60, 70, 100, 20 people watch that. I've had people tell me, Ramon, we love seeing your stories. That's, again, it's not for everybody, but humans were made to click and connect with people. This is what humans were made to do. Guy meets girl, gets married, have some kids, and isn't this the journey? Right? This is the journey. But in the same way of not people getting married and hooking up, just friendships on the BW stage. Maybe Dora's not really into kind of what Ramon's sharing. That's okay. We happen to be friends, but I'm saying maybe she's like, you know what? It's not my thing. But Dora may be over-indexed. Let me get some of Ramona. Maybe Ramona's like, you know what? I'm liking Ramon's vibe. Or Ramon's like, you know what? Anthony's vibe, not for me. Don't take it personal. This is how the world is. It's beautiful. Some people like chicken tikka masala with biryani all day, baby. And some people like some Hungarian goulash like my wife does. I don't. Take your pick. So I post frequently on my stories just about every morning. You can go to my IG, go to my Facebook and see it right now. Then I do email. I have an email newsletter for Zone of Genius. There's an email newsletter for BWC Daily as we build that and figure out how that's going to be. There's Ramon Ray's email newsletter. You can go to ramonray.com. I have a weekly email newsletter every Thursday at 2 p.m. that I send out as well. So email. And I've learned, actually, I got this from Haley. I was so scared to send out emails, but Haley had a guest about a week or two ago talking about email hygiene, email cleansing, and they were like, bring it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it every day. Some people, many of you follow Grant Cardone. He's very indexed. He broke with Pete Vargas, sending a lot of emails daily. Not sure I'm going to go that far. However, and thank you for those who are sharing in the Facebook. However, I'm sending more because Haley is right. If people don't want to hear from Ramon, they will unsubscribe. And God bless America, feel free. Then there's the social post. I post quite a bit on social media. It's information, it's sharing, a little bit of personal. I do believe we should get a little personal, share some inside stories, but I post on social media. Video is powerful. After this, I should chop this video up. I should share it more strategically. There's more I should do. We can only do so much. But video humanizes and personalizes your brand. If you're not doing video, you are missing out. And then part of the 360 marketing that Ramon does well is other platforms. I was on a webinar with SCORE a few weeks ago. Just about 4,000 people signed up. 4,000 people. Oh, excuse me. On this live stream, there'll be a handful of people. On the Clubhouse, there's another handful of people, whatever the number may be. On a SCORE webinar, other people platform, 4,000 people signed up. I hear from SCORE people all the time. So you talk about 360 marketing. Numbers are important, but you would be surprised at where you'll find your tribe. You'll be surprised. I was doing my Celebrity CEO workshop yesterday. Do you know who was on it? A gentleman who said, Ramon, we met in line last year at an ASBDC, America's Small Business Development Center conference, and I'm here. Guess what? He invested small amount to be in that workshop, but do you see how that funnel works? Another thing is podcasting. Mike C-Rock talks about this. If you go to bwcdaily.com and type the word podcast, you'll probably see several of our hosts, Araya and Mike, and maybe some others talk about podcasting. Podcasting is powerful. Whether you do it yourself, and I can go really dive into how to do that. I've started several podcasts myself, and or being on other people's podcasts. And let me tell you, if you want to get invited on podcast, part of it is dialing in your social presence outside of that and not just saying, hey, can you do me a favor? Can I be in your podcast? Understand, people. This thing of favor gets me. Becky or Johnny says, Ramon, can I be in your podcast? Can I? Yeah, but what are you bringing? Why? I want to tell my story. So what about your story? So what? Everybody has a story. But did you take the time to listen to my podcast? Are you engaging? Are you insightful? Are you going to drop it? Will you be brief? Will you not? Are you long? Are you short? You feel me? It's a full mix. And that's I'm saying this because I'm invited on a lot of podcasts. And so I guess what I'm doing is working. People invite me quite a bit. And I think part of the reason they're inviting me is the things I've said, right? Is because of the fact that because of the fact that when I'm on their podcast, it's engaging, it's informative. I don't talk long. I don't take over the show. I don't preach. I've done a lot of podcasts over the past 20 years. And it depends, of course, what the podcast host wants. But one thing that always go wrong when you think it's your show. Now, good podcast hosts want you to speak. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. Number 7, our next point, Glenn Lundy said that today in his show, his 800% show, which he has at 5:30 to 6:30 a.m., Monday through Friday. Get out and attend events. Glenn said this today, and I have it in my notes. I'll be in Orlando. I'll be in Las Vegas. I'll be in California, back to New Jersey. I'll be in St. Martin's. I'll be in Atlanta several times, investing more into the traffic sales and profit ecosystem. So I'll be in Atlanta several times this year. Get out and attend events. Invest in events. Invest in them. Don't hide. Don't hide. Get out. I know that's money, the hotel, the flight. But when you go, maximize your time at the event. Maximize your time. As I get ready to wrap up here, we'll take a few minutes of sharing on Clubhouse Live. I'll end the live video broadcast in a minute, and then I'll have Christina join me at about 45 or so to carry on and continue this discussion as I hop on a train and do some things. And lastly, I think this is lastly, yes, 2 more things. Invest in yourself. This is part of going to events and things. Invest in yourself. It's not doing, let me be clear, it's not doing a favor. I didn't attend Barbara Majeski's challenge for her. One, I attended it because I was tired of hearing everybody else join. So it pissed me the heck off, said jokingly. But I'm glad I signed up because it helped me with my body. Haley Hobbs, she's coming next in a few minutes. She brings amazing guests. Don't do it to give Haley a favor. Do it for yourself. Christina Howard had her youth summit. I didn't do it per se because I want to support Christina. No, I'll be frank. I saw an opportunity for me to impact. I saw an opportunity for me to impact the lives of young people with someone I trust. And so I said yes, because that's one of my goals this year. I want to impact more people and not just business, but fully altruistically to make the world a better place. I'll be 51 years old this year. I'll be dead, what? In the next 20, 30 or so years. That's the natural course of life. And before that happens, I want to impact the world. I am so maniacally dialed in on this, you would not believe it. So I want to build my business. I have another business or 2 or 3 in me that I'm going to build and sell and or make revenue stream. That's sure going to happen. For sure going to happen. It's already happening. And number 2, no money attached to it. I want to make the world a better place and be on stages where I can impact people and take the gifts God's given me and help somebody else. Help a 20-year-old that's been abused. Help a 15-year-old that's been abused. Help a 30-year-old who's feeling down. Help a 12-year-old who's second at life. And maybe I can say a word that can help them. This is why I do what I do in business. And I'm sorry I'm not being all clubhouse-ish and all. I'm sorry I'm preaching here, as it were, but this is my heart. So just take, you don't like it, just get off the app. Simple. Last point I'll make here. Surround yourself with winners, not losers. I'm going to shout out Lamar Tyler's Traffic Sales and Profit. When I invested the $20,000 in his program, I felt like I was at a church baptism picnic greeting ceremony. People stood up. They changed my badge from black to red, high-fived me, looked at me different. I was like, yo, I found my people. I've been in their Facebook group, in their coaching sessions. The support is on tilt. Is amazing. The people are amazing. I feel like I found my people. And these are other people who are rising together. No slackers, ballers going to the next level in business. Because sometimes when you get home and tell people, I want to take $5,000 and I'm going to go to this program. What? Why are you going to do that and lose money again? I'm going to try to do Facebook ads, mama. Why are you going to do Facebook ads when you can go work at Popeye's Chicken? Again? I'm going to try to launch my book. I know it has typing errors in it. I know the cover doesn't look perfect, but I'm going to do it again. When you go through that where I've been, you want people to cheer you, carry you, and take you forward. So surround yourself with winners, with ballers who can uplift you. John Acuff's book, Soundtracks. Those who are in the live feed can see it. Sorry if I'm yelling, the mic's too hot. We got soundtracks in our head. Tara Murney, I know, talks about things like this. Soundtracks playing in our head day after day after day after day after day after day. Because you won't let go of baggage. You got somebody in your ear, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your niece, your nephew. Brian Benstock talks about this. Stop hanging around still people, still bitter, still broke, still nasty, still jealous, still unsatisfied. Stop hanging with those people and hang around champions. And this is what we do on Breakfast with Champions. On the live stream, I hope this was helpful. Thank you, Danette. Hope this was helpful for you. I'm going to end the video live stream now. Thanks for being there. And I'm going to see, I don't know if Dora and Christina are going to fire me. We'll see what happens. I don't know.